games have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. D8.
Well, guys.
Great vision, David. Thank you. Great rebounding teams tonight here, Chris. You averaged 13 rebounds a game one season. You had a lot of seasons like that, actually. What's the key to controlling the glass the right way?
You know what? It's just two things: desire and effort. You can go with the techniques of boxing out. You can go with the techniques of face guarding. You can communicate. You can do a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, a lot of times it's who just wants that ball more.
I love that. Desire and effort. That's a good answer. And the starting group for the Spurs. Lyles out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the two-guard spot. And for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Jason Tatum is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the one. Brown outside. Good on the three-point shot.
A determining Brown ceiling. I mean, how good of an outside shooter can he become? I mean, to me, that's the only question. But he may have already exceeded expectations.
Walker with it. Now guarded by Murray. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And there's the pass to Lyles. Poked away, stolen by Walker. And again, it's Boston converting.
The attention to detail from Walker. I mean, you can't be careless around him or he'll make you pay.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Drills it from outside.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Murray, the pass to Lyles to end the run. The shot, no good. And it's Boston the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Well, it all starts with ball movement. When your percentage is that low, you know you're not moving it well enough. You're not getting your guys open shots.
Aldridge. It's rebounded by Tice. Boston's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the three in the first quarter. Hands it from downtown.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Walker against Murray. Knocked away and stolen by Tatum. Here's Tice. Count it.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
It could go, and no good on the last second attempt this time. Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then it's White, then it's DeRozan, and it's Forbes in at the 2. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Pirtle, he's checked in for San Antonio. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Pirtle with the ball. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Stolen by Kanter. Walker with a clean look. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here is Forbes, guarded by Smart. Here's Gay, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The scoring skills of Gay aren't just limited to the mid-range and his perimeter. This is a guy who can get it done from the inside as well, thanks to his fantastic length.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half, filling it up.
And here's White. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Gordon Hayward. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shots good by Walker.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
The drive by Gay to stop the run, and he sinks the layup. Gay's got 4 points this quarter.
And the wily athleticism of Gay helps him in these situations. Just so clever at finding ways to bury shots against defenders.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... We saw Kemba Walker lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 24 points. And...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Boston 5. Here's Murray. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so Murray nails both of them. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. A 3 ball, and the Celtics hit again from deep. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star. And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
DeRozan in the corner. And he banks in the layup. DeRozan's got his first 2 points.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Over in the corner, Brown. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
With his first shot attempt, and no good, trying to use the glass. Makes it off the glass. Tatum's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Now Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 19-6 run. 2 points. That one goes. Hayward's got 5.
He has a very good pull-up jumper. Hayward doesn't lose his touch when he shoots off the dribble.
And stolen by Hayward. All alone. And Hayward with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And at the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Celtics out in front, running away with it. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for San Antonio, starting the fourth quarter. Mills at point with Bellinelli. They're the backcourt. Medu is out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. A lot of good six men out there, Chris. Coming off the bench, who are some of the bigs that make the biggest impact?
Well, don't sleep on Enes Kanter. I mean, he can get you buckets in a hurry, and he attacks the boards with force. That's why I love him. And don't forget about Little Sabo. He has Hall of Fame DNA, and he's making his own name for himself. That's right, Sabonis out there in Indiana. You love the way he comes off the bench, such a steady force. He can do everything for you, so he can replace your 3, 4, or 5 because of his skill set. Pick and pop, post up, shoot, and he'll dunk on you as well.
Good details. And so it's San Antonio with it. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. The 3, again, the miss by the Spurs. The Celtics have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kemba Walker.
Well, he was the agitator, bothering everybody with his defense, coming up with steals. I mean, making sure they were never able to get comfortable as long as he was out on the floor.
Kanter dishes to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. And again, Boston with the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Here's Mills. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Wanamaker, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better